Hey guys, for today's topic, I want to talk about accountability due to social media and the internet and everything. And, me being the generation of the internet, I think that's safe to say. I'm in my early 30s, and so I've been in the very beginning, the AOL.com and dial up service of the internet at an early age to where we use it today with our devices and everything. And if you're watching this video, 3 years from now, it's probably like in your eyeball now. It's probably Google Glasses Contact or something. Anyway, but anytime a new technology comes on, it's always at the end of the world. TV will rot your brain, video games will rot your brain, internet will rot your brain, and there are some truths to that because anytime I think something new comes out that takes some time for the culture to adjust and the social norms to become there. For example, when smartphones first came out, I remember like people who didn't have smartphones versus the people who did have smartphones. The anti-smartphone people at the time were like, all you do is sit there and play on your phone all day long. You never have a conversation. And now, like, everybody's doing it. Anywhere you go, you walk in a restaurant and everybody's like this. Family of four sitting at a four-top in a restaurant, and they're all on their phone. And so now there's not as many complaints, but people are starting to realize, like, well, we're not connecting as much. But that's a way off topic of this topic. But when the internet came out, it was like, oh, all this filth and nastiness and, people are not held accountable. There's anonymity. You don't know who you're talking to, and that's slowly changing. Even with YouTube nowadays, people are linking their Google Plus accounts with YouTube, so I know exactly the name of the person who's leaving comments. I can go to their Google Plus page and have a conversation with them. And so that's going to start happening more and more and more. And now there's new devices, not new devices, new programs that are actually, attaching your credibility as a consumer, as a person out there, your social media to whatever the dealings with. And soon it's going to be one of those days where I got my Google Glasses on, I'm walking in the street, I can all automatically identify your face, and it says, hey, this guy's got a credibility ranking of 10%. He's a schmuck. He's a con man. Or I meet somebody and hey, I got a credibility of this. So we're going to start getting to the point where we're judged on our credibility, how honest we are, how good to our word, our characteristic, our character, not just our performance, but the characteristics and the character that's applied to that performance. So it's a very interesting concept, and I've seen a slight change here recently that I've been able to perceive is how Twitter and other social media tools are giving people real power nowadays, where like if somebody says something back in the day, oh, they're famous, they can say whatever they want, but now it's like you got 20 million Twitter followers hitting you up about, hey, you said this, and holding people accountable, and people getting fired. Talking about news anchors getting fired, and people on talk shows getting fired, and movie stars catching flack because of the statements they make. And the level of accountability has gone up. It's kind of sneaking in there, and it kind of begs the question, what's it going to be like in the future? So just a quick topic, guys. Want to get your perspective on that. Do you think the more integration of our daily lives with technology is going to increase the value of credibility? Is going to hold us more accountable for our actions? And is it going to be some, is going to create some new challenges for, there's going to be a lot less privacy and a lot less abilities to bamboozle people. Like if you guys ever watched House or did watch House, the show's now over, his big thing was everybody lies. And that's the truth. How do I look in this dress? Oh, dear, you look wonderful in that dress. So just think about that for a second, guys. Well, guys, I'm going to do it today. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I hope you enjoy this. And if you have any suggestions for some off-topic things, we can jump into some research. Let me know. I've had a couple other videos that I've completed, and I had some friends and family do some test previews. And they're like, dude, it's good. It's good, but you're really jumping in on both feet on some of these topics. You might want to warm up to some less, charged topics, polarizing topics. I'm like, all right. So we're going to try to spoon feed it, see what the feedback is before we jump in head first into some craziness and get you guys' perspective. All right, guys, take care. And remember, if you're not learning something, you're doing something wrong. Later.